Hey there, this is Magitek Knight from MagiteksCraftworks. Today I'm going to show you how I painted my custom sculpted Yoshi figure. So it goes from this to that. This is not an in-depth tutorial, but more of a just insight of how I go about painting. If you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe so you know when I upload more. And I hope you enjoy the video. So here's the base. I had put some white primer on there. I didn't show it. Pretend I did. And the white primer basically is to help paint stick better. It stick to the resin piece better. It just adds a little extra security. It's not 100% necessary, but I will always add some primer. Makes me feel better, especially since I'm selling my work. So I'm going to show you how I paint the base and maybe some Yoshis later. It's a slog. I wish it was this fast. It's not. This is sped up 5 to 10 times speed. Oh, I think it's 10 times speed now. Anyway, I put about 2 layers of green, just base green on there. I had already painted the brown. So now I'm trying to, what am I doing? I am mixing some dark green paint as like the dark wash for the grass. I think I was trying to match it to the other green because I had done some other bases beforehand, I think a few days ago. So I take the green paint and it's really, really watered down. I use good quality paints so the pigment doesn't, spread too far or break apart. And again, I'm speeding this up. So the green base is not obviously going to be that green because we're going to add a whole bunch of colors on top and underneath it essentially. So I just do a whole dark green wash on the base. Now, keep in mind, I've sped this up and I'm making like 9 of them. I'm only showing 1 though. So I take a old face sponge, I think that's what this is, and I start lightly patting on the color just to give it some highlight. Now, later on, I realized I did this wrong, as in I usually add like a, what's the word for it? Like a clear paint in there, like, you know how like a sealant essentially to take down the opacity of the paint, which makes it look a little less harsh. The light color makes it look a little less harsh when you pop it on top so I can layer it. I did that later for the other ones. This one, I didn't. But I was like, screw it, I'll just throw a bunch of colors in there, see if I like it. Again, I don't need each base to look exactly the same. Just, I need them to look like they all belong together more or less. That's my finished Yoshi, the blue version. Later on, you'll be seeing me painting either red or yellow. I don't know. I'm recording this before I start painting them. So we'll find out. To finish the green grass part, I line the underside. Now, this is obviously based on Super Mario World, very heavily. It is Super Mario World. I tried to give it a little bit of an organic feel, but I'm still trying to make it look like it came from the SNES game. So, there we go. Okay, so you can see I painted all the grass bases. I sealed them and I finished them. I actually even added a little extra highlighting and shading off camera. Give it a little extra pizzazz. This is the paint palette I use to save all the green paints. I don't know why the paint spreads like that, but yeah, sometimes it does. It's still good though. All right, so now I'm getting all the base colors laid down to paint my Yoshis. Originally, I was going to do red, green, blue, yellow from Super Mario World, but I wanted to do more colors, so I took inspiration from Yoshi's Island. The video is sped up about, 2 to 5 times speed. I think this is 5 times speed because the painting takes forever. I was trying to do a little compilation of colors for the Yoshis, but I didn't keep them in the same spot, and I also didn't record all the color paintings, especially with the yellow one, so here's just a little idea of what I was doing. I do use very good paints, so I don't need to layer them that much. I usually do 2 layers. Okay, here's the Yoshis all assembled. They have 2 coats of base paint on them. And now we're going to get ready to shade with oil paints. I have a whole bunch of brushes I need to go through. I'm not an oil painter. I've only done it a few times, so I'm testing each hardness and fluffiness of the brush to see what I think is going to work best for me. If you do use your paintbrushes for oil paint, prepare for them to get kind of ruined, at least the way I use them. This is Gamsol. It's an odorless mineral spirit that dilutes the oil paint and cleans my brushes. I pour a little in for cleaning, and then I cover it just in case there's fumes. So this is painting time. I'm laying down some base colors that I'll mix and work off of the whole time. For oil paint, I only use a tiny amount. I want shading and highlighting, not opaque coverage. It also allows it to dry faster. So I lay a little paint on, and then I buff it out. I did seal the Yoshi's base paint color before starting the oil painting to protect the base paint. And that is what you do. Just the teeniest bit of oil paint, and then you buff it out. I use purple as their shade color and yellowy as a highlight color. So you do this for all the Yoshis. I like to have some type of show or stream or crime drama on this background when I work on this. So it actually helps me concentrate. I don't know if I'm the only one like that. Oh, popcorn break. Yum yum. Here's more shading. I like to keep one copy of everything I make and sell in my shop. So I was going to keep a green Yoshi as my reference, but I'm really kind of feeling the purple Yoshi, so I might keep a purple one too, or maybe just a purple one, which would make it the rare one in my shop because I'd only have one available. I hope you enjoyed that crinkle ASMR. That was accidental. So I'm looking over my shaded work. I think I did pretty good. So far, I'm happy. All right, now the Yoshis go on a little ride. A little trip. To the dehydrator. That's right, I have a dehydrator. I don't know if it actually helps, but I feel like it helps dry the oil paint faster. So this is the reference I decided to work off of, the color reference. Not 100%, but Nintendo tends to use really bright primary or saturated colors, and I wanted the shoes I wanted to tone them down a little bit and make them a little less harsh on the eyes. Like Purple Yoshi has peachy shoes instead of orange. My camera decided at one point that my gloves were much more interesting than me painting Yoshi shoes, so enjoy that nice texture. Okay, what am I doing here? Oh, that's my leg. I was mixing darker colors for my Yoshi eye lines, dark eyeline area. I don't know how to describe it. I'm lining his eyes to make it a little darker. So I make like a dark red, dark purple, so on and so forth. This is how I see what I'm doing. It's a magnifying glass that clips on my glasses. It really helps. So this is me painting at normal speed, not sped up. You gotta have pretty steady hands. Oh, okay, black paint. That means I'm about to start the eyeballs. I lay out little dots to show kind of the shape I want the eyes to be, and then I fill it in. My camera's having a bit of an aneurysm, sorry. Anyway, you fill in the eyes, try to make them even. Always check your work. Then I decided that their eyes needed a little bit of color, so I put in a dark desaturated blue. Then I just dot on the little eye shines, and we're good. Now I'm laying a base coat of orange for their dino nibbins. I don't know what these are. They're nibbins. This is fairly self-explanatory. I'm just putting down some orange. Now I'm gluing the heads on. I decided it was time. So they're all getting their heads glued onto their body. Just some super glue, a little time, a little pressure, and they're good to go. The wire helps keep the heads attached. Now we're doing some rapid paint time. You've seen this before, and now we're just doing it again. Oddly, I like watching myself mix paints. I don't know, it's a thing. Half the video was mixing paint, but I didn't include it. And now I'm shading the shoes with oil paints. Again, it's a lot of work, but it's also fun. If you decide to do something like this, be creative. Use colors you wouldn't think that would work. See what works, see what doesn't work. It's art. You can't fail at it. Just have fun. So my camera wobbles. So I use a gray wax clay thing I've made to help make it sturdy. I also used wax paper on my old paints last night to keep them from drying out, which did help. Here I am fighting my urge to keep the purple Yoshi. But I'm also comparing them to the finished blue Yoshi I already made like a month ago to make sure everything kind of lines up, looks correct. I did make them magnetic, so you can take them off the base if you want. It's just a fun thing. Here I am highlighting the nibbins and shading them. So for the Yoshi berries, or the Yoshi apples, I had to drill holes into the bottom of them to add some wire in them so I could put them in monster clay so I could handle them because they are so small. I didn't record me painting them because it was really boring. I couldn't do it. It was basically paint them orange, sponge on some light orange, paint the bottoms yellow, sponge on some light orange, paint the stem, paint the leaves, then shade everything, and then seal them, and easy peasy. Oh, and then glue them onto the base. See? Pretend I did that on camera. And ta-da! Here they are, all painted. I think there were 30 of them. I made more than I needed. And they are teeny tiny.